They've been winning. Like, they've beaten them at SmashCon, and then here they're there as the favorites for today. We'll see them in a little bit. I think we're going to get into the Joshman Ben set happening in the top left. I think on bottom, I think that's also happening over there because there's so much happening at once. But yeah, we can start with Joshman Ben production. Here we go. Now we actually kind of see things. So yeah, with this kind of team, as we were kind of talking about before we went live, it's like how they kind of want to play the aggressive game sometimes with the Eggdog team. Whereas we see with Joshman and Ben, they kind of are doing this thing where they kind of separate them a little bit. It's just so scrappy for stage control starting out.
Yeah, I think the really cool thing to look about when you're watching a double set with Spark in it is where Spark's positioning in the stage and kind of just what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the time it looks like he's just doing nothing, but he's just absorbing space and taking center stage, as we see with that rollback right into center stage there.
And with how Sheik wants to behave in this kind of like double scenario, because it's two Sheik Fox teams. Sheik, I feel like traditionally will kind of hold center for your teammate, and it kind of allows you to plow the way for the Fox to kind of go ham and be on someone's shield, shield pressure to get them in the corner, which leads to a lot of openings. Like we're kind of seeing when they happen in these extra situations.
Yeah. And I think what we're going to see from Zamu here is when you have this dichotomy of the super defensive Sheik player and the Sheik Fox duo, you have to have a Fox who's comfortable going in and comfortable 2v1 or 1v2ing, and that's what Zamu does the entire set.
Yes, because he will usually, like, you know, kind of play a little bit and play around it, and then once he feels more confident in it, he'll be able to approach afterwards too.
Yeah. And I think one of my favorite ways to talk about doubles when we're trying to talk about what team is where is just going by color coding.
Yes,
and so, as we can see, Team Eggdog here is blue, and so I think their favorite position is red, blue, blue, red. And if they can get two 1v1s, they're sitting pretty.
Yeah, because you're sandwiching the other, or you're sandwiched between the two, so you kind of like at least fight for it afterwards as well. Yeah. It kind of allows you to contain stage control and hold center stage down as they try to approach. Here it is right now. Red team trying to break through a little bit. I like how Zamu just sticks by Spark when he's getting combo, because he's there to pick up his teammate should things go a little bit awry for him. It allows us to kind of like spread out a little bit more for them. Amazing edge guard there. Could that be the save? Yup, and that's another Joshman stock, and Ben gets the ledge held on him, so that brings it more in blue team's favor. Really doing good in these edge guard scenarios.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to see with Zamu being the stock tank here, because if the Fox has the most stocks in the game in a Fox Sheik, you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, because like usually I feel like the Sheik would be the stock tank, because how they play more passively. But you know, with his percent right now, looking still like pretty much at zero. Zamu's doing a good job, like just keeping themselves in the game, despite Red team finding these bursts every once in a while.
Yeah, Red team was able to close up that stock lead really quick, and now we're even.
Yeah, just when they needed to before things got a little bit too ugly for them. Oh wait, they got a combo set up. Blue team sending Ben away. Great CC by the ledge from Xanac. He's not gets knocked into his partner, which is good. Because things that we kind of worry about, if you're not ready for the defensive game, you will just get knocked in your team, which can allow for those team combo scenarios to come up.
Yeah. And like switching up offensive play and defensive play, Spark was already positioned at the ledge there and is now taking the aggressor and is taking that role again on the opposite side of the stage.
Oh, in the background of the grab. Fortunately, it doesn't lead to a disaster. It's just back throws instead. So good awareness from Red Team to not lead to anything too bad. But Joshman's sitting at a very juicy percent, and he gets hit one good time from Blue. That will be his last stock in this first one. And that'll do it.
Yeah, and now we get to see whatever they're going to do to have fun.
What's the plan here?
I'll probably just wait for Zamu to die, probably, actually. Like, this isn't that bad. You get Zamu's fresh stock. Spark needs to stall here, though. Spark needs to find a way. He does make it back, so Zamu's trying to use corner Ben, but Ben just, like, wisely keeping his space if he can. But Zamu's just trying to, like, get some kind of opening as Spark just stays in the corner. Because he's just aware if he gets, like, hit by a stray Ben aerial, that will just be his stock, probably. Unless Zamu just keeps playing, like, a safe game. Yep. Spark just runs to the other side of the stage, holding shield, angling it, throwing a fair out. Now it's just up to Zamu to do whatever Zamu can do. There's, catches the nair and gets it up to match on his shield. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're feeling pretty good. Yeah, I like the approach there, because I think when it comes with like I'm going to keep calling Spark a defensive player this entire time. Fair enough, yeah. It's all about odds. It's all about percentages. Spark saw that like they were going to recover on stage, but you don't really do anything about it. You just let it happen because you have a 0% Fox. Because it's like, okay, what reason is there for a Sheik who's at 130 at kill percent, like when you have a fresh Fox stock where you can just run up and shine and abuse the Sheik who's stuck in shield? That matchup was already like hard enough as it is in singles. Like, what's the risk here? There's really no risk for you. It's just sit back and let the Fox do the job sometimes. It really is that simple. And I always love talking about the stage picks and how they almost never make sense to me as a commentator, but they always make sense to the players. Yeah. I feel like you don't take Spark Zamu to Dreamland, but
considering what you've been saying about like how Spark's playing defensively, it makes sense. He's just holding the corner right now, and Zamu has just more space to work with, and they do a good job just keeping being like the rock in a hard place for Joshman and Ben, because they have to just like break through one of them to get back to their teammate, and that strategy's continuing to work at the start of this game at least. But I do see that red team still keep things steady, and they have a stock off of Zamu so far too.
Yeah, Joshman was doing really good in the 1v1 there against Zamu, getting a little 50% chain grab there in the center of Dreamland. But 50% is pretty good when you're against a Fox. Foxes die early in doubles.
Yes, because they get like by a stray combo or a stray from the other person, and no, that's not gonna kill here. But they just they can be such combo fodder, and we see it all the time from team combos, like from any team. I feel like at a high level.
Yeah. Taking a look at the stocks, we're now dead even.
Yeah, that's it, because it switches so fast when we're in this kind of scenario, which makes it so fun.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was really interesting play right there by Ben. Ben just kind of held shield in between both of Zamu and Spark and just kept angling it back and forth to block the aerials.
It's like you're looking both ways. Like it's like the where's my wallet, but you're in shield. Like, okay, wait, he's coming from there. All right, it's over here. Okay, no, I'm just like stuck in a little corner like a kid. Like someone get me out.
Oh, and we are seeing the edge guard there from Spark.
Sometimes the ledge grab is all it takes in doubles, everyone's so far away from each other. Oh, and the ledge grab steal. That was really good stuff from Zamu to at least bring the stock count back in their favor.
Yeah, now you kind of want to see a playstyle change here. If you are Ben and Joshman, maybe you go super aggressive, maybe you go super defensive. Like, I think you just need a little bit of a switch up here.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you can just like take a breather if you can, because how big this stage is, kind of like assess, okay, we need to do this instead, like communicate to each other, then it can probably go more in your way. But blue team just like not really obvious to approach as much. They keep things kind of more on the light side. Spark can do his strategy being in the corner a lot, and Zamu just continuing to rush in. Hold the ledge. That's really good timing. Another really good ledge steal. This time for red team though. Yeah,
that was so good for them. Spark's kind of doing that weird thing where, oh, you're gonna hit me all the way over to the ledge. Let me just throw it in there and hold it the entire time and float downwards.
That's no problem. Grab him by the ledge.
Yeah, we're kind of flirting around the edge here a little bit.
Like, ledge control just seems to be like kind of the story in both game 1 and 2 here. They both just like fight for that constantly, which it makes sense when you're recovering. You're like trying to like get these edge guards in, but it's been so like swingy over there. Yeah, now Ben has to come back, and Spark's gonna hold ledge, reduce the option. He's covering it. There's no way he comes back, so that's good for Spark to wait that out.
Yeah, now we kind of want to see Spark as the aggressor here, or maybe you throw in Zamu. You say you can lose that stock. I'm holding the extra one for you.
Yes. Because if it goes awry, like you're going to see right here, you're just going to yoink the stock. So red team, chip it away. But, last stock on all across the board here. And red team really defines something before they potentially go down 2-0. Oh, and Spark at this well-placed back air. And there goes the Ben stock. At least the days of the Joshi. But, yeah, that should be game 2 just when they had such a good start. Get down to that one stock apiece scenario. And then here we are.
Laughing in between games. It's never a good sign if you're on the losing side.
Yeah.
Spark's looking happy.
Spark always looking happy, Like, the way I describe him, he's literally like the holy traveler of this game. Yeah. Because the guy literally can go from, like, being in, like, PNW for Carnival Clash to then being in Philadelphia for No Johns in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, and then tweeting about, where'd he go? He went to Pakistan and played Bowser on netplay.
Like, he's done so much. Like, it's funny to think of what he hasn't seen. And have you seen like his recent like Marth grind on his stream?
Yep.
I love that. Good old Kirito SSB. That's an amazing Sliffy tag. That's a good time. Yeah, he got the Grandmaster. He was telling me earlier when I was talking to him for a little bit. So I'm happy the vibes are going good for him. But there might be a little bit of a vibes gap right now.
Yeah. Just got to give Spark a milkshake after this set.
Exactly. I know he's talking about how he doesn't like that.
No,
I don't want to be the milkshake guy. I can just imagine him saying that, but it just happens all the time.
Yeah, if you get a milkshake, please tag Spark SSBM on Twitter.
Just do it. I know like him and I talked about getting into that when we were in Toronto, but we didn't end up doing it. But it's fine. It's just like that's like you see him posting about it. He did a whole tier list about it. All right.
Yeah, I think I like this stage a lot more.
I think if you find an option to do these condensed things and kind of make them act quicker, if you're the red team, it can make things a little bit better. If you want to be more scrappy with them and kind of make sure you're staying on top of them and not being in the corner on such a big stage, it can go better. But if like they're able to adjust, which I'm sure the Egg Dog team can do, it can make things kind of be more of the same. But, is that both?
Spark should be able to save.
Exactly. The reverse fair was so well placed. I love that.
This destroyed Zamu. Yeah, I think we're looking at a pretty good start here for the red team.
Yeah, it's looking really good. The change in play here with the scenery has been good. It just sucks that I saw Joshman kind of go down early at the start of this one. But they were able to turn around. That could be a Ben stock. You know, it kind of pairs him off. Where on the other side, you see both the Foxes doing the traditional Foxer thing, just knock him down, get a shine, yada, 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 rinse and repeat.
There's been something really cool I've been seeing this match, especially with red team near ledge. They're doing it right now. They just kind of let Spark throw those bears in the middle of nowhere and just go in 2v1 Zamu, because why not? Well, I'm not going to run into a Sheik throwing out bears.
Yeah, because like that's like the tried and true Sheik thing. It's like they're just going to full hop bear in place, and eventually they want you to run into it. Kind of like what Puff does sometimes too. But it's like, okay, what if I don't do that? I have that option. Just like I can just go do something else with my teammate and knock the Fox down instead. Yeah. Like there's that. I mean, sure, maybe the Sheik may just catch up to you afterwards. They can read that, but you know, it's always that option too.
Yeah, trying to recover a Sheik against Sheik in doubles is so weird, because you just see Spark throwing out that hanging nair that is totally unsafe, but you kind of can't recover high, because then Zamu could be right there and up smash you right after you recover.
Because if you land, you're just sitting duck at that point. Close the ledge. Okay, yeah, and Joshman at last stock already in this. I just realized how he just went down so fast with that one. And Ben it's sitting at 50. Where after we look at such a strong start, quickly went back in blue team's favor with how scrappy it's been.
Yeah, and I don't really know what you're supposed to be doing here. We're seeing a bit of aggression, just split outside. We saw Joshman kind of going in on Zamu, but not really converting anything out of it. And now he's thrown in the blender, like...
Yeah, I just saw him like throw Zamu into, throw his teammate into him. I'm like, oh, that's not good. So it's looking like more like a swing thing for blue team. Okay. Oh, I thought he'd go for the run and shine right there on Ben, but didn't opt for it. So he just dashed through him.
Yeah, it's just Zamu going in on both of them. Ooh.
Great angle to get back to for any potential edge guards.
Yeah, and it's just safe play from the blue team here. I could recover high, I could recover on stage, it's totally fine.
Good option coverage right there, and there goes Joshman. So it goes down to Minnesota/Wisconsin's own.
Yep.
Yeah, Ben has to be.
Shield up
this is where Sparks just crouches there because look, he has an extra stock, so it doesn't really matter. He can just like stand in the corner menacingly. It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm right here. He's just condensing space for Ben. He has to find something to do.
Yeah, it's almost better if Spark gets hit there, because he's just put Ben gets put in hit stun, and then Zamu could do something to capitalize on it.
Exactly, because Ben has to land, because then he's in lag. It's okay, then that happens. And then, yeah, solid 3-0.